No.
Hello friends, in this video we are going to see network basics. Before we can start trying to hack into networks and break into them, there are few basics that we need to learn before we can do that. So basically, what is a network? A network is just a number of devices connected together. They are connected together for a reason, so that they can share data. This data can be files, can be resources, etc. So all networks, Wi-Fi or wired, achieve this sharing of data using the same principle. And that principle is you need a device that acts as a server, and then all devices communicate with the server. So the server has access to the resources, and all the other devices on the network that are connected to the server can access the data from the server. So, on most Wi-Fi networks, the server is the router, and all devices connected to this router can access the internet through the router. So, all the devices on the network have no access to the internet, as we can see in this diagram. The only device in the network that is connected to the internet is the Wi-Fi router. All the other devices, as we can see here, we have client 1 and 2 and 3. They have no access to the internet, but they can access it by connecting to the router. So whenever client 2, for example, if it wants to open google.com, it is gonna send a request to the router asking I need google.com. The router is going to go to the internet, it's gonna grab google.com and then forward this back to the client number 2. So client number 2 does not have direct access to the internet. It has to go through the router, and the router is going to bring the request and send the response back to client number 2. Now all of this data, requests and responses are transferred as packets. So you can imagine all these arrows are a number of packets being sent between the client and the router. And in Wi-Fi networks, these packets are sent through air, so they are broadcasted. And if you are within range with these packets, then you can just sniff them, capture them and read them, and you will be able to see the information in there. So all this data, whether it's usernames, passwords, videos, audio, music, chat, all of that is transferred as packets, and it's always transfers between the client and the router because the client has no access to the internet. So if you capture these packets, you will be able to see all of this data that transferred, and you will be able to see all these passwords, usernames, emails, videos. All that you will be able to capture it and read it on your device. Thank you.
No.